Hello, I'm Precise Space, and welcome to another video. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to everyone for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. I've had this channel since 2017, and while I've had a couple popular videos, I still find it hard to believe that many people would want to stick around and see what I make. Especially since the last video, y'all have been so kind and encouraging, and it made me really excited to keep making this kind of content. I really appreciate everyone's sweet words and feedback. Now, I didn't really plan anything for a subscriber special, but I decided I'd like to do a Meet the Artist speed paint where I answer questions. So if you have a question for me, please leave it in the comments. Now let's get into the video. For this video, I decided I would like to redesign Equestria Girls. I know this is something literally every redesign channel does, but that's for a good reason. It's fun. This wasn't what I initially planned for this video, but I had a huge burst of motivation for this idea, so it is what it is. I honestly freaking love Equestria Girls. I know the movies aren't the greatest and just a ploy to sell dolls, but I still love it anyway. I'm super nostalgic for them and they're fun to watch. The reason I'm choosing to redesign Equestria Girls instead of just designing human versions of the ponies is for a couple reasons. First, being that I wanted to use the Equestria Girls as a basis for the redesign, taking inspiration from them and changing and adding things from there. The second and biggest reason is that I wanted to include Sunset Shimmer. She's my favorite Equestria girl, and I really wish she was a part of the main six, even though her story is really only relevant to the world of Equestria Girls. As always, I will preface by saying that there is no one right way to design My Little Pony, and these are based entirely on my preferences and how I see the characters. If you have a different opinion on how they should look, that is completely okay. This is just for fun. Quick epilepsy and eye strain warning for flashing colors during the speed paints. First up, we are going to design Twilight Sparkle. She is the main character after all, so it makes sense to start with her. Since this is Equestria Girls and not My Little Pony, she's meant to be sci-twi, hence I kept a lot of elements from her design versus Pony Twilight. I kept the same ponytail and square glasses because it's just perfect for her. I didn't really focus too much on symbolism in these designs, but still tried to include some shape language, so Twilight is very rectangular. For all the characters, I tried to keep their eye shapes similar to their original designs. Obviously, she has to have kind of a nerdy outfit, so she wears a button-up with a short vest and long skirt. I struggled with what I wanted the skirt to look like, as I didn't want it to be boring, but not too eccentric for her outfit. I ended up finding a reference for a long skirt with a sheer overlay on top, covered in flowers, and I thought that'd be perfect. I just made the flowers into sparkles. I gave her these really cute creepers, kinda similar to her original design shoes, and then I added her cutie mark as an embellishment on those. I almost added her neck bow because I felt that area looked empty, but I didn't like it with this outfit. I changed it to just the purple gem from the bow as a simple necklace. I gave her a school bag reminiscent of Pony Twilight's bag, but a handbag rather than a backpack. I really like her original star-shaped hair tie, but I didn't use it. I'm not really sure why, but I didn't want to take too many elements from the original. I gave her skin a purple undertone to reference her original purple skin and match the color scheme. I don't usually bother with giving characters natural hair colors, but for this lineup I wanted to try that. For Twilight, I just color picked her original hair, but the blue is dark enough to pass for a natural black color with a blue sheen. Of course, she needs her hair streaks, so I like to think she just dyes that part. I struggled with the color scheme of her clothing. I color picked different parts of her original outfits, but ended up keeping it mostly purple. It might be too much purple, but with Twilight you can't really have too much purple, to be honest. And with that, Twilight is finished. Twilight's never been my favorite of the girls, but I genuinely think I like her design the best. I'm just really happy with it. Next up is Sunset Shimmer. Like I said before, Sunset is honestly my favorite main character in Equestria Girls. I didn't actually change her design a lot because it's already pretty great, and there isn't really much I would want to change. With that said, I had the hardest time with her design. It took the longest by far, and I fiddled with it so much. Anyway, I wanted her to be thin and tall, but not the tallest of the group. I also gave her a short haircut because I saw an edit with this style, and it's really cute on her, as well as added variety to the group's hairstyles. Her hair is actually really difficult to draw, but I'm happy with how it looks. For this outfit, she keeps her rocker aesthetic, which I really like. All her original outfits have a bit of a western touch to them as well, but I didn't include that aspect. If I were to design a whole lineup of outfits, I would definitely incorporate that more. I gave her a cropped leather jacket since it's super cool and iconic to her character. In the thumbnail, I thought about putting a flannel around the waist, but I decided against it. I think it might have been too much, though I would do that for a different outfit. I basically took the same shoes from her second outfit because they're cool. I definitely wanted her to have studs and spikes since that's in a lot of her original outfits. Her cutie mark is represented by matching earrings and a necklace. Her line art was honestly such a pain to do. I just could not get the angle of her hair and eyes correct for some reason. Plus, she has way more small details than the other characters. I took the hair colors from her second design since it's a bit more muted after the first movie, and I added brown roots to show her original color. The colors in her hair are super iconic to the design, so I couldn't change them, but I will admit it would be one hell of a dye job to maintain. I gave her lightly tan skin and freckles to give her a sun-kissed look, because I think she'd enjoy spending time in the sun. I tried to include the purple color from her original palette, but I didn't really like it on this outfit, so I made it more red. I intended to do a flame pattern up the arm on her jacket, you might see that in the sketch phase, but after adding the gradient, I liked it as it was. I used her teal eye color on her lanyard as an accent color since it looks really nice. And finally, I changed any metal bits from silver to gold to match her color scheme. And she's done! Even though I struggled through the design so much, I actually really enjoyed the outcome. I think she looks pretty cool. Next up is Rarity. I haven't mentioned this yet, but Rarity's my favorite from the main six, so I was super excited to design her. Out of everyone, my vision for Rarity is the most dissimilar to the popular interpretation. The main reason for that is that I imagine her similarly to my OC Cam. They have incredibly similar personalities and share a lot of attributes. Just like Sunset, her hair was really hard to draw. I guess I'm just not skilled at drawing structured curls. She has a high ponytail and hair flowing to the side of her face. I wanted to make her very elegant, taking her outfits much more seriously than your average teenager would. I grabbed a couple references from my Pinterest board for Cam and chose this outfit with a pretty sheer shirt and dress underneath. I actually didn't notice this is almost the exact same outfit I gave Cam in this drawing. I had a few ideas I wanted to do for her clothes, like this or this, but I thought those were both too plain. I think she'd be short to average height but wears really high heels. By the end of the sketch, I noticed the details were pretty top-heavy, but I didn't know what I could do to balance it out. I did give her a cute little purse, which helped a little bit, but it's still not perfect. I changed her hair color the most out of everyone's. I color picked the original and darkened it enough to look naturally black with a purple sheen. The purple hair is really pretty, but if it wasn't natural, I don't think she'd sacrifice the health of her hair to dye all of it. She also just looks quite elegant with darker hair. She has dark skin with a purple undertone, which contrasts nicely with her white clothes. She's the only one I gave makeup to. I kept the blue eyeshadow, which I wasn't confident would look good, but I really like it. Like I said, her outfit is mostly white. I almost made her boots black, but at the last minute I changed them since I didn't think she had enough white on her design. She has the most cutie mark symbols, being her hair tie, earrings, cufflinks, and purse embellishment. Now we're at the point where I can mention that I actually did some MLP designs a few years ago, though I didn't finish them. Rarity is one of those, and while the old one is cute and I borrow some elements from it, I like the new one much better and it's nice to see how I've improved. And that is the finished design for Rarity. She honestly looks gorgeous and I'm very happy with it. The last design for this video is Applejack. Kinda funny that this is the second video in a row designing a character named Apple. Anyway, I wanted her to be short and stocky. I see a lot of people make her tall, which I like as well, but I feel like it gives my lineup some nice variety and makes her look very sturdy. Of course, she has to be pretty built from all her work on the farm. I put her hair into braided pigtails because I think it's very cute. I honestly would have changed her bangs a bit too, but I think it was a good idea to keep them similar to the original ones. When thumbnailing her design, I wanted to give her a tied headband, and I think she could totally still wear that, but it feels blasphemous to remove her hat. It's incredibly essential to her look. I gave her shorts, though jeans would have worked just as well. I'm honestly baffled that they almost always put her in skirts. I know they wanted to sell dolls, and that gives them some restrictions, but you cannot convince me that Applejack would regularly choose a skirt over pants. Plus, they even gave Rainbow Dash pants in her second outfit, but not Applejack. Anyway, I gave her an oversized flannel and undershirt, and ended up changing the headband idea into a necktie. I kept her boots almost the exact same as her second outfit, but without the red apples. At this point, she had no jewelry and barely a reference to her cutie mark, so I gave her a bracelet with an apple charm. I don't think she'd really be the type to wear jewelry, but it'd be cute if it was a gift from her friends and she wears it when she's not working. I gave her light but tanned skin since she works in the sun all day. If she was wearing a tank top, I'd definitely give her a farmer's tan. I kept her hair almost exactly the same blonde, just slightly lighter. And I didn't do this intentionally, but when I colored the necktie green, I realized that paired with her shirt it looked like an apple, which I think is really cute. I debated on making her freckles light or dark, and I settled on light like her original design because I like how it looks. Applejack is another character I designed a few years ago, and comparing the two, I'm much happier with the new one. I think I did a much better job now, and I really like how she turned out. And that is all the designs for this video. I'll be honest and say I wasn't the happiest with all their sketches, but as each one was completed, I felt incredibly proud. I genuinely love how every single one turned out. I've been so excited to share them with everyone, so please let me know what you think in the comments below. Which one is your favorite? Like I said at the beginning, the next video will be a special celebrating 1,000 subscribers. But once that's done, I will absolutely be finishing up the Equestria Girls lineup. Once again, thank you to everyone for your support on my last video. It means the world to me, and I'm so grateful for your kindness. If you have a question you'd like me to answer in my next video, please leave it in the comments. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Special thanks to my patron Javerd. If you'd like to have me read your name at the end of my videos and get early access to my content, please consider subscribing to my Patreon. Link is in the description.